What do you mean you didn't tip your bag handler at the airport? Fuck. One day you not give him a 20% tip on his salary to get your bag delivered.
Can we fucking talk about that? Because that's one frustration I've had since getting here, right? So it's like, obviously because we had lost our shit, right? And it still hasn't been resolved. We had to figure out ways to get the equipment, right? So it's like we're calling up camera rental places, we're calling up light rental places, all that kind of stuff. And then we realized, there's no mic stands. Right, because we usually attach it to a table, right? But wait, like that's not going to work with the current set we're in right now. So we're like, all right, fuck, we got to buy some mic stands. So I'm like, all right, I'll just get some on Amazon. Go on to Amazon, blah blah blah. And I think again, this is where we're blessed with Amazon Japan standards. Which is it is very rare to get something on Amazon, no matter how small or large, how cheap or expensive it is. And usually 99 times out of 100, you'll get it the next day.
Right?
Next day delivery. Next day delivery. That's just like normal in Japan. So I thought it would be the same here. They do have next day delivery. If you would like to pay 500% more for shipping. And like I looked at it and I was like, hold on, how does that work? So I get free shipping if it comes on like 3 days from now. But if I want it tomorrow, I basically have to tip Amazon $10, $15 more to get it the next day.
It's about $10, $15 delivery if you want to get your stuff the next day. Which we're obviously blessed with Amazon UK, Amazon Japan, which it comes free with Prime. You get next day delivery. And I would understand maybe if it was kind of like. One thing that surprised me, because I thought, fucking Amazon started in California, right? Yeah. So you think can we fact check that at least? Because
did Amazon start in California?
No, it's Seattle.
Is it Seattle?
Seattle.
Okay. So
well, it's American.
Okay.
Just fucking
ignore that. That's just I made it the fuck up moment.
Seattle.
Okay, Seattle. But I would think that with LA being one of the fucking major cities in America, right? Because like you get perks if you order from say London in the UK. I thought with LA, with this being like, Hollywood and needing a lot of equipment, a lot of shipment and everything like that, I thought that they would have a service that is more convenient. And I was very surprised to see that you can't get the same level of convenience just by being in LA.
You literally have to pay to win.
I mean, it's hard, right? Like, there's a lot of like socio-economic factors involved, right? I mean, already, right? Like next day shipping, you don't really need next day shipping. Like how often do you need next day shipping?
All the time.
No, never. Normally.
No, like, I do because I usually when I have to buy something on Amazon, it's when I need it urgently. And I don't have enough time to go to the shops to get it, or perhaps it's something that I can't get.
Like an example. Can you give me an example?
Well, say for example, like camera equipment in Japan, right? It's it's very rare that you can go to a big enough like Yodobashi or big camera that has the exact specific thing you need. Or sometimes there are some brands, for example, that you can't easily access in Japanese sites.
But like I'd say it's very rare that you need 100%. You need this next day. Like I bet 90% of shit you order on Amazon, you did not need that next day.
Well, I'm sure, but the convenience is there, right?
Yeah, it's there. I think it's good to have that convenience. But I think, especially in America, because it's just like so inefficient, and like everything is delivered by roads. Like, have you seen the videos of like the freight trains that deliver stuff in like California?
Yeah,
they get, like, robbed and fucking breaking open. They get robbed all the fucking time.
Wow.
I just think because the infrastructure just isn't there, and then the next day delivery that they do is almost like it like fucks up the people who have to actually deliver it because they have to do these insane routes to try and deliver this, and they're pissing in bottles and shit. So a part of me is like, I'd love next day delivery, but I feel like just in America, it just doesn't. It's not
feasible.
It's not feasible, and if you are doing it, something bad is happening to someone who is delivering.
I guess this is definitely like me being privileged.
It's definitely us.
It's definitely privileged.
I just wanted to talk about it because I'm like, it's a complicated thing, and like, I mean,
there's a bigger underlying issue to it,
Japan, for some reason, people don't give a fuck about being worked like crazy for like 9 hours and being super efficient. I don't know why.
In the UK, you get next day delivery as well.
You do, but in London, it seems like it would make way more sense to have that work in London. But like in Wales, you don't have that. Like,
you don't?
Not really. Like I lived right next to the Amazon warehouse in Swansea, and it was never next day delivery.
Really?
Even though I live next to the warehouse.
Right.
For the whole area. It's just, I don't know. London, it makes more sense. It's possible. There's a lot more like couriers.
Is it
available.
maybe like
Yeah.
a sense of urgency towards like fulfilling customer like requests maybe? Because like I assume in Wales, not a lot of people are like ordering from Amazon, right?
I don't know,
Surely
there's
in
a lot,
Cardiff.
there's a lot.
Surely in Cardiff, right?
Maybe in Cardiff there
Yeah.
was. But,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like I think all the Cardiff orders are being fulfilled by the Swansea.
Yeah,
centre.
yeah,
Right,
yeah,
So
yeah.
It's about an hour drive.
Yeah, because like I guess that's what I thought. Where I would understand if you lived like in the fucking boonies, like in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not going to get next day delivery.
Right.
But like if you live in a major
this is
city,
LA.
yeah, this is LA.
I mean,
you know?
you can get it, but like it's only certain items, right? Because it's got to be fulfilled by Amazon, which means it's in their warehouse already, and then they get one of their couriers to come and get it, and that makes more sense. But I don't know, the whole fucking system here is weird, and even in Europe, it's like not as good as Japan. Japan
Yeah.
works just, but Japan's had like an amazing shipping network for like forever.
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they've like
just
been
gotta figure
so
it
on
out.
top
Yeah,
of
yeah.
everything. Like
Yeah.
that's what they care about.
Yeah.
that's like their like.
And not a single tip was necessary.
Yeah, because people here they're like, bro, we got like so many issues, like guns, and then Japan's like,
Yeah.
if the fucking package doesn't fucking turn up when I tell it to, I'm not voting for you.
Yeah.
like that's like
Legit.
That's what they give a fuck about.
Man, we've only been here like a few days, and like within that few days, we've just like we can feel like an entire complaining about America, like
This is just the complaining about America episode.
Yeah,
Because it's just this endless fucking stream.
Because like
of
America
things.
is like an endless loop of like dichotomies. Like, okay, oh, this big company does bad thing, but it's like the reason why it's doing bad thing is because people don't want to do anything else, and
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just fucking
Right.
cycle.
because like I get it to a point why I've experienced
Yeah.
such bad customer service. It's because they have no fucking incentive to give a
Yeah.
shit about their job,
Oh, no,
right?
no,
And you
no.
know, I get it. You know, I've especially dealing with people at the airport. You deal with like the most stressed out people in the world, right? You know, at a level, I get it. You know. And it's kind of sad in a way where I see a lot of people in customer service positions, and and it feels like the only people that you see actually care about giving a good service is when there is an option to tip in that occupation.
Yeah, it's
right.
true. It's true.
Yeah,
It is true.
I mean that's just what I've seen.
Yeah.
Like if like there are plenty of customer service positions in America, but only the ones that tip. With my own experience, is the ones where you really feel that they care about the customer, right?
Right.
And society, right?
We live in a society.
Society.
I'd love to say that, man. Yeah, dude, I would do different.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
totally care.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd care.
No.
Well, no.
I think I'd be like, I don't fucking care. Like, why would I? Like, I don't. You know, it's not my bag.
Well, especially if you're surrounded by that environment, right? It's like
Yeah.
you look like the weirdo if you're the one that's
Yeah.
caring.
I'm sure at LAX that woman has probably had the most horrible people like
Yeah.
shouting at her and
Yeah.
fucking just screaming, and then no repercussions.
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, of
like
course.
the person
Yeah,
goes,
exactly.
fucking walks off, goes home, is like, oh, I did nothing wrong.
Yeah, I
it's-
get, I totally get that.
It sucks though, but it does suck. 'Cause you're like, why took it out on me? I was nice to you.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
But like, it sucks for me because like I happen to be the person that all that fucking frustration got taken out on.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and like it just felt fucking horrible, just not to be given the time of day or just to be like made to feel guilty for just trying to like resolve one issue on my end.
even in
you
the
know?
UK, that's pretty rare. That doesn't
Yeah.
really happen often. I feel like because there's just a level of disappointment and resentment that everyone has. And it doesn't really go,
Yeah.
it doesn't really go below that. Everyone
Yeah.
kind of is just kind of like, yeah, all right, I guess.
Because I feel like in the UK you can really just like look. I'm going through a fucking bad
Yeah,
day
yeah,
right
yeah.
now, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, like you, there's a certain tone where you know, especially in this kind of situations where I feel like it's much rarer in the UK from what I've seen to like see people really have like a fucking outburst. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean? I mean they will
Oh,
they
bro,
will
I've seen
happen.
plenty. I've seen plenty.
It will definitely happen,
Yeah.
but it's less than what I've seen, you know, here in America at least. Okay, I just needed to vent a bit, okay, because I literally like lost about like counting about like 8 hours of my time to this.
Yeah, but that, I mean, like when it's LAX, it's like triple. In like, in
Yeah.
like mental
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's like you gave 8, but you lost 25.
Yeah.
Time moves slow.
I feel like I lost like a year of my life with
Yeah.
this experience, you know.
I mean, I'd be miserable if I worked at LAX.
Yeah.
It's fucking worst airport.
I'm miserable going through LAX, let alone working at it.
People are like, bro, at least we're not Newark. I'm like, you're not fucking any better. Like, what are you on about? Like, you all suck. This is all broken. None of this works.
Yeah, so actually, because we've been to LA before, but I think this is like the first time we've had like an extended stay in LA,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, the longest time I've spent in LA, like in one go, is maybe like 5 days.
Yeah.
at most.
Yeah, and that's always been in downtown,
Yeah.
right? And every time I talk to a local, they're like, downtown, really?
Yeah.
That's like the awful
It's
fucking
pretty
sector.
sketch.
Yeah, that's the sketch sector.
Yeah.
Like you'll get stabbed or shot if you walk down the streets there, which
Yep.
is something we've definitely come close to experiencing in downtown LA
Yeah.
around AX. But like the reason we normally come to LA is because of AX, and AX is in downtown LA. So so this is actually our first like experience, mostly like outside of downtown, but also getting a chance to like, you know, experience others.
Actually explore Los Angeles.
Yeah. So you guys were like here a few days before me. How was your guys' experience so
Well,
far?
it was good until I got COVID.
That's true. That's true.
So, I mean, it was good for like the first 3 or 4 days because I was
Yeah.
staying in Pasadena,
Yeah.
which is like a relatively nicer part of LA. At
Right.
least everyone in LA says it's a nice part of LA. It was nice, to be fair.
Yeah.
And then you have like, you know, places like Glendale, which is next to, which is where all the YouTubers live.
Yeah.
And stuff. And like, I definitely saw like a more like relaxed and more, I guess like, I felt safer in Pasadena and Glendale
Right.
a million times more than in downtown LA.
Yeah.
Which is not hard because
Yeah.
downtown LA is just GTA in real life, right? So it's like, you know, I felt a lot safer and I was like, okay, I can actually like kind of walk the streets of Pasadena during the day and
Yeah.
and it feels just like a regular town. It's like kind of nice and there's like lots of places to eat and it's like really chill.
Yeah.
You just look like Drake and Josh when I was there. I felt like I was on an episode of Drake and Josh.
A little bit,
I don't know
yeah.
why.
I like walked past like an elementary school that looked like from like it was ripped straight from The Simpsons, and I was like, oh, yeah. Like it was like that was like okay, you know, that it was that point where I'm just like, okay, you know what, LA might not be as bad.
Yeah.
And then again, there was just those like just small little instances that just made me be like, yeah, maybe not. Maybe
Right.
not. You know?
Yeah.
Like say the fucking LAX situation.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, the Amazon situation. It's just like it's very nitpicky, I know.
Yeah.
But I think it just goes to show how much we've been blessed in Tokyo.
I mean, like it's nitpicky, but it's like it's when you choose for like a place to live, for example, like
Yeah.
place visiting and living is like two totally different experiences. But like it's a lot of like little things that will build up over time.
Oh, of course.
you know. And it's one thing I've really missed is walking.
Yeah.
I've missed walking a lot, and I'm sure like there are some places in LA which I'm sure you can walk, but like I feel like a lot of America as a whole is just not built for walking at all, right?
Because I remember I was meeting up with a friend of mine, and she lives like kind of in the middle between Pasadena and Glendale. So like from
Right.
my hotel, it was like 20-minute walk,
Yeah.
right, at most.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we were hanging out in Pasadena, we had lunch and shit, and then I was like, oh, let's just go back to your place and we'll just hang out.
Yeah.
And I looked on the map and it was like 20 minutes. So I'm like, yeah, we can walk that. It's a nice day. Fucking, it's the middle of the day. It's like, what, 2 p.m. in
Yeah.
the afternoon? I kind of want to have a walk. And she was like, she looked at me like I was a fucking weirdo. And she was like,
What are you, homeless?
Yeah, it's just
Why are you
like-
walking. What the fuck?
it's just like, we're going to walk it? And I'm like, don't fucking look at me like that. Like, yes, I would like to use my legs.
Yeah.
Because I haven't done that in a while since I got here. And she was just like, okay. And, kind of thing. And she kind of reluctantly followed me.
Yeah.
I got like 5 minutes into this walk.
Yeah.
And I turned a corner and I was like, I don't want to go down that street. And I was like, okay, I can see what you were talking about. Like, yes, it's a 20-minute walk, but it's also 20 minutes of my life potentially in a lot of danger at the same time,
It's 30 minutes when you got to do like the Navy SEALs checks and all that.
yeah.
So,
when you got to dodge all the homeless people. Yeah. But it's, I don't know, even, but like, I feel weird catching an Uber to some place that's like 5 minutes away.
Yeah.
But it's,
Right.
you have to.
Right.
Living here. And I think that's like one thing that made me realize, perhaps LA is fun to visit, but definitely I wouldn't want to live here.
Yeah.
Personally speaking.
I don't know. When there's like 4 lanes of like cars, it like crossing it just feels like a fucking dice roll. And there's like a lot of them don't have lights. So I'm like, wait, so when do I go? And it's just like, no, you play chicken. You cross the first 2.
Yeah.
And then you kind of wait in the middle. like an
Literally,
asshole.
the moment you step out of the car, you are playing with your life.
You're just playing Frogger.
It's not that bad, but I mean, yeah.
I mean, it gets pretty fucking scary, especially when you're in downtown LA or like any like sketch places, right? Which there are a number of in LA.
So, no, I'm white.
Yeah, you get a free pass.
Yeah.
Because I still remember, I was saying this to Connor the other day, I still remember that fucking Airbnb you and Sydney booked at the last time we were in AX.
Oh yeah.
And I remember you sent me, you were having like a house party, and you sent me the address, right, on Google Maps. And I was like, oh, sick. It's like literally just around the corner from our hotel. So I was just like, let's just fucking walk it. It was like a 3-minute walk, right? And I remember we were mostly on the main road, you know, cars whizzing by, you know, a couple of people on the streets or whatever. It's like, all right, cool, this is fine.
Yeah.
And the moment we got to your street, it was just this dark alleyway.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this can't be right.
Yeah.
And then from all the way across the alleyway, I could just hear you going, over here. And I'm like, you are not making me walk down this fucking alleyway. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
There are like 2 other people in this alleyway looking sketch as fuck, just like standing around. And I'm like, I'm literally about to put my life on the line to go and hang out with Gaunt.
Yeah.
All right, fuck it, let's do it.
Because it was like, I remember that Airbnb, because inside, it looked fucking fantastic,
Yeah,
you know?
inside was great.
Yeah, inside was fucking fantastic. We had like a pool table and everything. Like it was a nice open space.
Yeah.
But my God, it was in like the most sketch area you could ever imagine. And I felt bad whenever like I was inviting people round to that Airbnb. Because I remember you like, at least like you walked down that dark alleyway, because like our house was like right at the end of this dark alleyway. And it was like an alleyway with a dead end. So like if you would like to rank like the top places to get mugged in LA, I'm pretty sure that was like top 10 places to get mugged and stabbed in LA, right?
Definitely.
And I remember like I invited Super Eye Patch Wolf John to the apartment as well, and I remember he gets to the same point, right? And all I see is like a dark silhouette, because he's saying that he's standing at the end of this alleyway. I see like this dark silhouette. It's John. He's by himself, and I'm like, I go out, I see him, I'm like, John, oh yeah. But like, I'm sure to him, he just goes, blah, 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 blah. And so I remember he sees my silhouette. I remember he starts walking the opposite direction. Immediately starts like power walking the opposite direction.
Because he was like, who's this fucking weirdo calling to me?
Yeah. And so I have to like fucking sprint to run up to him to go, John, it's me, don't worry.
And then he starts running way faster. It's like, get away from me. Nah, dude, that was scary.
Yeah.
I remember a long time ago, Connor, you were saying that you wanted to live in America.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun for a while.
Has that opinion changed?
No, dude, I'd get so much content living here.
Yeah, but you'd have to. But like, okay. When you say living in America, do you mean living in LA?
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Like, I just feel like even like you just talk to an Uber driver, you're like, great, I just got content for like a week, dude. Just talking about this guy, how crazy shit he said to me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like it's a crazy place, but it's like I don't know. At some point, I'd like to experience it more, but because I feel like even just 2 weeks isn't enough.
Right.
But I want to experience the awful process of like signing up for a water bill or something.
Why would you want to? Why?
I don't know. I love that shit.
Have you not already experienced it enough in Japan?
No, but yeah, I love going through that mundane stuff. Something about it is like, I don't know, if you really feel like you're in it. I don't know why. Something about that experience I really enjoy.
Yeah, I'm good, bro.
Yeah. During, I'm like, this is awful.
Yeah.
But after the fact, I'm like I'd love to be like, yeah, LAX, dude, what a fuck, crazy, huh? You know what I mean? Like, people are like, you know LAX. Instead now I'm like, fuck, I don't want to go to LAX.
Yeah.
No one wants to go to LAX. It's fucking awful.
I mean, like being here for a few days, we've already got like a fucking like week's worth of content for Trash Takes.
Yeah,
right?
honestly, dude.